We're up at the Ibiza Global Radio studios where Wally has a program every Friday night. Hello, Wally.
Hello, how you doing? Nice to see you again.
And you?
I'm fine. Happy to be here again.
You are. It's the second time that we've caught up this summer.
Yeah.
We're doing a series of interviews and chats with you throughout summer 2010.
Yeah.
This is number 2. And we want to focus on a bit more about your radio show.
Perfect.
Just in general, why is radio important for a DJ? Why is it important for you to do?
I don't know how much important it is for a DJ, but for me, it's like my whole life. It's super important. It's my real hobby with the music. Is the DJ thing. The radio thing. I began to work in a radio when I was 13, 14 years old, and now I'm 34, so I'm doing radio shows in the last 20 years. So for me, it's the most important part of my life and my career is the radio thing.
And what is it about it that's so special to you? Is that the communication with...
Yeah, the communication thing to, explain about the music you're playing, who is the producer or whatever. And also it's like quite exciting thing. You don't know exactly who is listening in that moment to the radio, no? So that's quite cool. I love that.
And I think you've reached such a broad market. I mean, people are listening in the car.
Yeah, right.
They're listening online. They're listening at home. There's so many different ways.
Yeah, the most in the beginning was the most of people listening in cars. So I used to do radio shows by night during the weekend. So it was like everyone that I had a super famous in that time radio show in Madrid that we call it the cassette of Madrid because nobody plays any cassette in the car, just my radio show. So even when I had to play in another place and I left the radio show recorded, and I stopped in a red light, the most of the cars were listening the same.
No.
Yeah, it was super funny. So yeah, for me it was the most in the cars and then houses as well. And now it's internet online and downloads. And
actually, what do you think about that? The transition of radio, how it's gone from being in the car, now it's online.
Yeah.
The technology these days.
Yeah, even I'm doing the most of my radio shows recorded, so it's not that kind of real radio show on live like I'm doing here in Ibiza. But it changed a lot. It changed, for example, when I did the jingles and everything, it was cutting, tape. So,
literally.
So it was like, with the scissors, and now I do it in jingle in 25 seconds with my laptop. So it changed everything. I mix the music of my radio shows and on my computer, and it changed a lot.
So let's talk about your radio show here in Ibiza. It's at Ibiza Global Radio. When did the relationship begin with Global?
Well, I don't know exactly when it came, but I'm a big fan of Global Radio since I came here in Ibiza. So I used to listen to the radio station in my car. And I don't know how it came, but this is like my second house. I'm always here.
Your first house is the DJ and the terrace and DJ booth and the terrace in space.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
So how important is it to have a radio show in Ibiza?
I think it's important because it's the most of the people listen to the radio station, radio shows in the cars when they go to the beach or going back home. So it's important because they can listen to the music you're gonna play in the club, more or less. It's different music, but it's like the same taste. So
that was my next question. I imagine you don't play the same banging.
So I read
house.
your mind.
You did read my mind. Get out of my head. But I imagine you don't play the same banging house that you play in the terrace.
Not the same, but I try to at least to represent a little bit the taste of the music is gonna happen tonight. Because if I'm speaking about the music tonight and I play different music, it's also like a fake thing. But yeah, it's different. You don't see anyone dancing, so you don't feel the pressure to do something, different, to react, to put the people up or down, or Now it's just play good music, but with the taste of the other space.
Great. Now listen, earlier on today, you met the mixer, the 2000 mixer.
Yeah.
You met her.
Finally.
You met the mixer.
Finally.
And you love the mixer.
Yeah, now I'm divorcing with my wife. No. But yeah, it was super good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I need more time to get in, but lovely.
And what about the 2000s, the CDJs? You were playing around with some of the new features?
Yeah, I'm doing a different feature, but the most like synchronized with one HD, connect the other CDs, and control everything is like amazing.
Yeah, and what do you think about the future? I mean, you're going to keep trying and using different features and trying different things about them.
I want to be the master of 2000, so...
Do you like the concept of the USB?
Yeah, a lot, yeah. So, and now with the record box, it's like, I think that's the tool I needed to complete my stuff with the 2000, so... It's gonna be, and I think we'll see a different chapter from I don't know how many are. 8,
we've got
6,
a few.
7,
We've got about another
from
6.
2 to 5, 6, 7, or 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the difference.
Gonna see you really using it and playing around with different things. Nice one. Well, we look forward to catching up with you, of course, again. For stage 3, and of course
Next
to
week?
listen to your show.
Okay, perfect.
And tonight at B.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ciao.